Green 18. Green 19. Hut.
Of the top 5 quarterbacks, 25 or younger in the NFL, and one of the things that got a lot of attention was that he left Kyler Murray off of the list, and you see the order he has them in there: Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, and Mac Jones. No Kyler Murray, and that was one of the things people reacted to. And one of the things that Dan didn't do in the list, and that's the beauty of it because it spurs any kind of conversation you want, is he didn't say whether he was talking about what they've accomplished so far, which would put Burrow and Lamar Jackson obviously in a completely different category than all the rest of them, or which one you would start a franchise with. That's the one that I think is the most interesting for young players. So I asked all of you, and you all said Joe Burrow. Why, Chris Canty? Why was your answer Burrow ahead of Lamar Jackson, who's been an MVP, Justin Herbert, who has so much talent? Why Joe Burrow?
Greeny, we're talking about a guy in his first full season as a starter. Remember, his rookie year got cut short with the ACL injury. First full season as a starter, took this team to the Super Bowl. Prior to that playoff run, the Cincinnati Bengals hadn't won a playoff game since 1990. So think about the organizational failures that the Bengals have experienced over the years, and Joe Burrow has overcome all of that, including being the most sacked quarterback in the National Football League while actually leading the National Football League in completion percentage. The guy can win from the pocket, and as we always say, you got to be able to win from the well in order to have high-end success. Joe Burrow has proven that he can do that in spades. He's got the intangibles. That team plays with a lot of confidence. That's why I give him the edge over the other quarterbacks.
Right. I mean, he's magnificent, and any conversation in which you try and make an argument for someone else is going to sound like we're diminishing him. I in no way mean to do that. He's been brilliant. That said, Rob Ninkovich, I'm old enough to remember when you were sitting in this chair telling me Lamar Jackson was every bit as good as Patrick Mahomes and he was the best, and how much you loved him. How did you not go Lamar Jackson on this question?
Well, Greeny, it's your world. We're just living in it. So I was only given 2 names. I had to choose the one that I wanted to pick for a long career in a franchise. So I went with Joe Burrow. I know you're going to go with another quarterback, but we were only given 2 options. But I love
why not Lamar?
I think he's done great.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm thinking long term here. I'm thinking 10 years. You start a franchise, you think long term. Lamar, you know, he's great. He has been a NFL MVP, and he is a great football player. Nothing diminished on his skill set. But when you think of Joe Burrow and the things that he's able to bring to an organization, he's your prototypical pocket-style quarterback that can make all the throws from the quarterback pocket position. That's what you want for a franchise quarterback. Running around and scrambling, yes, that's great for 1 or 2 games a season, 2 seasons. But when you think 10 years plus, when you think long franchise career, there might be some diminished returns as you get older. So I'm thinking Joe Burrow for the long haul on what he can bring to your organization.
The way you started that answer, Ninko, led me to ask this question quickly. If you had been given Herbert as an option, would you have taken Herbert?
Considering Joe Burrow just went to a Super Bowl and Herbert hasn't really gotten anywhere close, I'm going with Joe Burrow.
Okay, fair enough. Graziano, how about it?
Yeah, I'm starting a franchise. That's the question, right? I need somebody who can elevate in a difficult time, because when you're starting a franchise, it's going to be tough, and who can overcome adversity. Sacked 9 times in a playoff game, still managed to win it. We have seen him accomplish things. I believe that Lamar Jackson can accomplish these kinds of things. I believe that Justin Herbert is good enough to be but we've seen Burrow do it. And that's why I think he has the edge over these other outstanding candidates who I love watching. I just feel like his accomplishments so far show proof that he can do the things you need from the quarterback you're starting your franchise with.
I can't argue with that. However, it does bring me back to something that I've said many times. Like most geniuses, I will not be fully appreciated until long after I die. And I'm telling you right now, Justin Herbert is the answer to this question. And 5 years from now, we will all see that.
We'll see.
He is as good. There's not a quarterback in the entire sport, inclusive of everyone, that I think has more tools, himself, more tools than he does. I don't mean the weapons around him. I mean the ability to do it, both running and throwing. He's Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
He's on that level, big fella. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. We're overlooking Justin Herbert.
봐주셔서 감사합니다.